So I look like crap because I am being shitted on, guys. I have been seeing this really nice guy for like 2 months or so. And I've had a lot of changes. Like I got back in school, I quit my job, I've done a lot. So, I've just been on cloud nine. Sorry, my hair looks like this. Okay, so I've just been on cloud nine, and when I moved into my apartment, it was me and, Denver. She's been at her dad's since the 4th of July. She comes back August 8th. So great, whatever. So I've been dating this guy, and he's, so great, and I think he's beautiful, and just good. So first, when we started, going out, we would, go out all the time. Life was wonderful. And then I moved, and he's actually supposed to move into another apartment, far away on July 27th. That just had passed. Well, he had been at my house or whatever, and y'all, okay, so it started out as first spending the night all the time, and I'm so nice. Anytime I see somebody struggling, I always offer assistance, and I have to stop doing that. I seriously have to stop doing that. So he's been spending the night, whatever, and he was supposed to get his apartment, and he's going through a divorce. His divorce is final August 13th. So I don't know what to do anymore. He has been here. Denver, like I said, comes back on the 8th. Follow along with this story. I'm about to say a whole timeline. So he originally was going to get his apartment, which was fine. He had a move-in date. He had everything, renter's insurance. I saw it with my own eyes. I know that I'm not being taken advantage of. He didn't move in his apartment because he's at mine. Mind you, we've, barely been dating, and he's going through a divorce. I am not the reason for his divorce. That is a whole nother scandalous story. But now my friends are, worried about me. So he moved in, and at my apartments, you have to put in, the license plate number for people to, park or whatever. And so I had his license plate number. I registered his car, and he had, left to go. He leaves at 5 o'clock in the morning. I've gotten no sleep. That's also another reason I look like this. And I promised myself I would not cry on Facebook. But he leaves at 5 o'clock in the morning. And so he's like, hey, did you register my car? And I'm like, of course I registered your car. And he's like, oh, my car's not out there. And I was like, what? And I was like, oh, these apartments are new. And I think somebody stole my Amazon rug. So I'm not sure if I live in the ghetto or not. But I know that there's some fuckery going on at this apartment. So happy birthday, Morgan. Anyways, so I call Metro. I told him to take my car. Mind you, I got a brand new car 4 or 5 months ago, and I told him to take my car because I have my old car, but it was at my grandma's house, and my grandma doesn't live very far. So he takes my car, and I call Metro Towing, and I'm like, why did you do this? I registered, And they're like, ma'am, we don't have that car. So I'm like, oh, okay. So me being oblivious, I call the police, and I'm like, somebody stole the car. And so mind you, he's already gone. I'm taking care of this on my own. He has no idea what I'm doing. So I call the police, and the police are like, contact your financial institution. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. But then I was talking to a friend, and they were like, bitch, his car got repoed. And so I'm like, oh my God, I can't deal with this right now. So I told him, I was like, hey, my apartments didn't take your car. And he was like, oh, hold on, let me check. So I told you guys, he's going through a divorce. He had been this is what he told me. And this is why I'm coming to Facebook, because my friends really think that, I've lost my fucking mind. Okay, so he had been putting money in the joint bank account. And he just assumed that his wife was still paying the bill. And so, a week or so ago, they had gotten into this really big fight, and she took all the money out of the account. So he just assumed she would do the right thing. They have 3 kids together. And that brings me to another point. So he had his kids last weekend. I do not have my daughter. My daughter's with her dad. And so I was like, I haven't met his wife. And I was like, I really don't want to really be around your kids. I think that's kind of weird. It's only, we've only been dating for 2 months. And I've known him longer than 2 months, but he was married for the last 8 years. So anyways, so I was like, I can sleep at my grandma's house and, you and kids can stay here. And he was like, oh, I don't want you to feel like this is an Airbnb. And I was like, oh, don't worry about it, because I'm so nice. And so, I'm not going to lie. I fucking, y'all, I'm not going to lie, like, I was going on dates all fucking weekend, like, because I don't feel like I'm in a relationship if you're married, and that's just, I think that's a normal human thing. So, I'm going on dates, and I went on this date with this one guy. Oh my God. Like, I didn't want to go on a date with him in the first place, but he was so nice, and my friends told me, give this man a chance, okay? So I give this man a chance, and I was, like, holding his hand, and there was, like a rough spot on his thumb, and so... Yo, this is hilarious because this man is 30 years old. I was at a restaurant and I was like, oh, what happened? You cut your finger or something? And, like, I'm a person that will, like, pick. And he was like, no, like, he goes, like, this is really embarrassing, but I still suck my thumb. And I was like, you're a 30-year-old thumb sucker? And I should have known because his teeth had, like, a little, like, they were, like, more curvy like this. Like, they weren't like this, but they were, like... So I should have fucking known, and I was so mad that I was on a date with a thumb sucker. Like, you could be anything. And then he kind of hurt my feelings because he said I should be more modest as far as, like, I was wearing a top, and, like, I promise it wasn't deeper than this. Like, I mean, I had a bra on, so I was, like, kind of, like, bam. But anyway, so back to the situation at hand. So right now I'm sitting at home, like, stressing because... my grandma has shit to do tomorrow, and I took away my car because she's been letting somebody use her car, and I just feel like I shouldn't have to ask for a ride, and I own 2 cars, and he's, like, on his way back, and I just, like, I want to ask him to leave, but I'm in love. Like, I'm not in love, but I like him, but I liked him more when I didn't know he was poor, and I don't know what that says about me as a person, but I cannot fucking focus. Like, I'm just sitting here stressing, like, because I'm a person that naturally wants to fix things, and my question is, like, am I being delirious, or am I being taken advantage of? Oh, and then that's nothing. So I don't know if y'all remember, like, I told you about the really nice guy that's, like, held it down all these years, but he keeps marrying people on me. Like, he'll get married. So, you want me to ask him to leave? Like, I do, in a very nice way. Like, I haven't even invited anyone over. Like, I don't like buying things because then I feel like he thinks I'm making a home. And I'm like, oh, damn. So, so the guy that keeps marrying people on my watch, that's who I had to call and get him to take me to my granny's, and I had to call him because my granny knew that he was out of town, and so I was like, oh, he just got back from the airport, and I had, like, basically I had to make myself seem like I was living a fucking reckless life to my grandma to explain why I don't have a car. And tomorrow, not only do I have class, she made a nail appointment, and I'm like, I gotta miss something, and I can't miss class, and she can't miss her nail appointment because it's just kind of ridiculous, but I don't know, like, I feel bad for him because he's going through so much, but then this is the kicker, like the kicker above all kickers. Like, I feel like I've already gone above and fucking beyond, and sorry that I look really crazy, like, but my hair's only this long. I'm getting those knotless braids, so I'm really excited. Anyways, okay, so I actually offered to pay for his repossession, like to get his car back, and he told me no. And so, I mean, I appreciate that he told me no, but I feel some type of way because, like, I don't see a plan, and we are not together. So I can't be like, when are you going to do this? And, like, he's building this wall, and I'm like, am I a person you should be a wall to? I know, Megan, I know. I offered because I don't know what to do. Like, his little ego is so bruised, and I feel like this is not a place for her egos. Like, and this is one thing that really pissed me off. So when I moved in, I had pink bathroom mats. And he was like, oh, it's so girly in here. Nigga, you don't live here! Like, I did change them, y'all. I changed them to dark green, like, bath mats. So I'm already tripping, and I don't know how to, like, shut it down because I don't want him out of my life. I just want him to get out of my apartment. Especially because my daughter comes back on the 8th, and I can't just be like, stepdaddy season. No, people don't do that. That's so reckless, and I would like die. So, I don't know. I need advice. Like, how do I still make him feel like a man, but get him to go away? Because his divorce is final August 13th, so he'll know, like, what he's facing as far as, like, what's ahead. But I kind of want my car back. I kind of want my apartment back. I kind of want, I don't know, to not have to buy someone food every, well, I've been cooking, and I've been doing so good. Like, I haven't fried shit in baby oil. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's been a lot of pasta. Like, you can probably tell from the cellulite in my arms. But fuck it. Like, it's so easy. I'll be in there, like, whip it, and it's so good. Like, you guys would be so proud. Like, I probably will have, like, a whole meet and greet after summer school is over. But, I don't know, suggestions would be nice. Or maybe, if, like my cousin said, she could tell him for me. But I do not know what to do. And tomorrow it's going to make a difference. Because his kids are coming back over this weekend. And I'm not going to spend the night at my grandma's house again. Because I'm running out of fucking lies. And so, I don't know. I'm going through it, y'all. So, I wish I could tell him just leave right now. But I don't want to, I feel like he's already at his lowest. So, I don't want to, kick him while he's down. I feel like, if you have the means, then you should. But at the same time, I feel so fucking foolish. So foolish. I don't know how this happened. And y'all, the worst part about there is no bus. I live in the middle of nowhere. It's I live where Fort Worth meets White Settlement. So there's nothing. You don't even have service here if you don't have Wi-Fi. And so I don't know. I want to ask him to leave, but I want to also ask him to stay in my life. And I feel like you can't have both. But I do want my car back, and I want my, pride back, and I want to put, the song said, I'm in my bag, and I'm in his bag, too, and I quoted that wrong, but fuck, he's in my bag, and I'm in my bag, and there's no fucking bag left. I am, oh, and then here goes fuck. I'm so embarrassed to even say this out loud. So, I didn't ask for money. He voluntarily gave me $150. Y'all. The day before his car got repoed, he was like, hey, that money I gave you? Can I have $75? The fuck? I gave him the $75, but I feel like, oh my God, this is why you should really know people before you, put yourself out there. And now I'm just here I am. Either I'm going to pick between a thumbsucker or a little poor man. Who do you pick? And I know you guys are going to be none, but fuck. I know that's a lot of fuck words, but fuck. I have no idea what to do. I want to avoid him, but at the same time, I'm oh, I like you. So, I guess this is what people do when they keep kids that they didn't want. They're oh, I love you, but no. So, I know I should say next, but I don't even know, do I really have a reason? You can't just dump someone because they're poor. Really poor. So, I don't know. He's a good person, and he makes me feel happy, but he also makes me feel like a dummy. A big dummy. So, y'all, what would you do? What would you do? Would you just... And don't get me wrong. I had multiple. I gave up all my men for this. So, it sucks. It really sucks. So, I am embarrassed, and I had to put this out here because I need something that's where I get to keep the man, but just get him out. Out. Because at this point, I'm looking for bunk beds on Amazon. So, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it, but I know me. I'm I just want to say no, but I can't say no because I'm too nice. So, any suggestions would be great. And don't feed the monkeys. They'll fucking hang on your gate. So, that is rule number, 1. And then a shoulder to cry on becomes a dick to ride on. He cried on my shoulder, and you guys see what happened. I'm a bitch now. It's not fair. So, I don't know. What's a girl to do? I'm way too pretty for this. You can't tell I'm pretty right now, but I am way too pretty for this. And I feel like this is like, no offense to all my white friends, but this is how fat white girls get treated, not how like fucking pretty girls get treated or whatever. So I don't know, help. That would be nice. So keep them, leave a comment. Thank you so much. Oh, wait, there is one more. So this is the last one I have, and he won't go away. So I have a friend that is probably going to be a senator one day. Like, his shit is so together. And this man loves me. And I won't put it, like, I will not put my guard down because he's fat. Like, but, like, when I say fat, like, his titties look like my titties. So I just want to be like, but I'm not, because, like, sometimes I am a chubby chaser. Like, y'all seen my baby daddy. Like, he's a little teapot, just short and stout. And so I don't know. Like, do I go with the guy that can give me the world and I'd be drier than the Sahara? Or do I go with the guy that gets his car fucking repoed in his mind, and now I'm just like, making up lies to my grandma as far as why I took my car back. So I'm like, y'all, I don't think this is how it's supposed to go. Like, this isn't 30. This isn't real life. Like, I just thought I was going to be living my best life. Like, you know, this is exactly why I moved to the middle of nowhere. So I'm going through it. I'm going to try not to cry now, so I got to log off. But just know, no, I can't go with the chubby guy. You know why? Because, like, when we lay down, I'm really hot-natured. And so he's hot-natured. Like, there's no cuddling. Like, I'd be, like, way over. And then it's just, I don't know. I can't do it. I feel like I'd have to just be a little bit poorer to do that. And I'm not saying you have to be poor to be with a big man. I'm just saying that if you don't have to, you had to, like, probably meet them and like them at first. Like, he started as a friend. I had friend zoned him. That is where he is shaped like a friend. And I just, but then the poor man is shaped like a cutie with a beard, and it's just so nice. And I'm going to be fucking catching a bus and I have a car. I don't understand. And there's no bus. There is no bus to catch because I live in the middle of nowhere. So, I don't know. I feel like I should just go collect all my old niggas and be like, I'm sorry or something. I don't know. I gave them all up for him. All of them. This is what happens when you let your guard down. Like, I should have just stayed on Tinder. At least on Tinder, I knew what I was getting. Getting food, fun, just the best. And so no, like, so leave your suggestions. I'm so sorry that I rambled, but I do not know what to do. So talk to you guys later.